Good evening, live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Here we present to you tonight's news bulletin. First, the headlines. A symposium on vehicle recall and its impact on road safety discusses important technical aspects related to vehicles and its effects on the economy due to technical faults. Employment efforts continue by calling more than 3,500 job seekers this week as the Royal Navy of Oman receives a new batch of recruits. And His Excellency, the Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television in This Is America and the World program, stresses that the authority's mission is to produce media content reflecting real values of the Sultanate and the Omanis live in a modern state today. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The Public Authority for Consumer Protection organized today a symposium on vehicle recalls and its impact on road safety. The event was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan Al Rahbi has more details in the following report.
Under the theme Vehicle Recalls and its Impact on Road Safety, the Public Authority for Consumer Protection organized a symposium to shed light on the system of car recalls and spread awareness among customers about the significance of this subject.
GCC Standardization Organization is the responsible person regionally for issuing the regulations for the safety of the consumers here in the GCC countries. We have a very good activity regarding the certification of motor vehicles, and a very important part of the certification of motor vehicles is the recall system, that if there is any defects being discovered for the motor vehicles, it should be fixed by the manufacturer.
A number of researchers and specialists from inside and outside the Sultanate took part in the symposium to discuss consumer rights, the economic, social and health impacts of vehicle recalls, besides the laws and legislations in this regard. On the sideline of the seminar, the Vehicles Recalls website was launched. In addition, an awareness exhibition was held to familiarize the attendees with the genuine and fake products.
Yeah, the event is very important because consumers do have an important role to play when it comes to putting pressure on the vehicle industry to make the products better and safer for everybody. So I think recalls is part of that process, as is pushing for better and safer cars in general.
At this symposium I will present a paper that highlights the importance of car safety for consumers, and it's very important for consumers that they know how safe a car is when they buy a car. It's our hidden properties, and people don't often know that one car is much safer than the other. They look the same in the showroom, and once you have an accident, then you know what the difference is.
The event comes within the framework of the Public Authority for Consumer Protection to review the quality of products and services offered in the Sultanate's markets and its endeavors to benefit from automobile companies' experiences in vehicle recalls locally, regionally and globally. This symposium highlights the efforts exerted by the concerned authorities in the Sultanate and the role of the Public Authority for Consumer Protection, in particular in the field of road safety. For the Sultanate of Oman Television, Saleh bin Khalfan Al Rahbi, Muscat.
Thank you, Saleh. From his side, His Excellency Dr. Saeed bin Khamis Al Ka'bi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Consumer Protection, clarified that the cooperation of cars agencies' work in the Sultanate resulted recalling around 1 million vehicles during the past 4 years. Within the framework of the Sultan's Armed Forces keenness to accommodate job seekers, Sultan Qaboos Naval Academy received today a number of Omani youth. The job seekers underwent initial procedures to join the Royal Navy of Oman. This comes within the Royal Navy of Oman's plans to provide its work system with national youth cadres. The newly joined job seekers will undergo both practical and theoretical training program for a period of 6 months. They will be trained in various fields like firefighting, marine skills, gun handling, and many others. After the graduation, the new recruits will join various naval bases and fleets affiliated to Royal Navy of Oman in various governorates of the Sultanate. They will contribute in performing tasks and duties that Royal Navy of Oman undertake. The Ministry of Manpower continued job interviews for job seekers through calling 3,590 citizens to complete or to compete for 350 job opportunities this week in various governorates of the Sultanate. The ministry conducted a number of job interviews in various governorates where the ministry conducted 1,087 interviews who came to compete for 105 jobs in various companies. The ministry today interviewed 244 job seekers to compete for 32 job opportunities in private companies. And within the cooperation and coordination between the ministry and private sector in finding jobs for citizens in various specializations, a number of private sector's companies announced a number of vacancies. His Excellency Dr. Abdullah bin Nasser Al-Harrasi, Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, affirmed that the authority's mission is to produce media content that reflect the basic values of the Sultanate, pointing out that the Sultanate witnessed major changes in all aspects of life since His Majesty assumed power of the country. In an interview with This Is America and the World program, which produced episodes about the Sultanate and its foreign policies, culture and economy in cooperation with the Public Authority for Radio and Television, the program is broadcasted through tens of U.S. television channels. His Excellency, the Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television, stated that Oman is live today in a modern state and put their patriotism above all due to the wise policies adopted by His Majesty the Sultan.
Our responsibility here as a state is to develop our country. The whole development in Oman started in 1970. It's less than 50 years ago. I mean, if you visited Oman before 1970, you would not see whatever you saw here. Signs of development, the opera house, the schools, the universities, the hospitals, etc. So we focus on building our own country. The leader of the country is His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said. He started ruling in 1970. And since then, Oman has witnessed huge transformations in all spheres of life, from the bad to the good, let me say. In his first speech after he became the Sultan, he said, "I promise the Omanis to develop a new modern state." And this is what he has successfully done. The Omanis now have and enjoy a state in the modern sense. Every Omani puts his national identity as number one, which is one of the results of the policies adopted by His Majesty the Sultan, that we are one unified nation and that we should use our resources for development and building. I think friendship is one. Coexistence, this is a very important value adopted by the Omanis, the Omani society and the Omani state. We say we live with each other, we like each other, and we like others visiting us. Omani Encyclopedia, it's in Arabic. The title in Arabic is Al-Mawsu'a Al-Omaniyya, the Omani Encyclopedia. It's an 11-volume work. It has entries on basically everything about Oman. The philosophy behind the encyclopedia project is the idea of Omani cultural identity. We wanted to preserve our identity through description of its many elements. More than 4,000 entries on different natural and human aspects of Oman. So our mission is to produce media content that reflects the basic values of Oman.
Still to come in our news bulletin. The 7th Oman Local Championship for Arabian Horses Beautification concluded. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Major General Matar bin Salim al-Blushi, commander of the Royal Army of Oman, honored a number of affiliates of the sports teams in the Royal Army of Oman, RAW. The honoring included the Oman Desert Marathon Team 2018, First Mountain Running Race Challenge in Al-Jabal Al-Akhdar, and RAW Motorbikes Team. These came after they achieved advanced positions in various activities and competitions. The commander of the Royal Army of Oman presided the level or praised the level of those excelled participants and their continuous keenness to develop their skills and capabilities, as well as their honorable representations of RAW in various events. The Capital Market Authority, through its website, inaugurated a new portal specialized in reporting and to work on protecting the dealers from unfair practices. The portal provided a system for a quick reporting of irregularities which may affect the companies directly by taking corrective steps by authority at a suitable time. The portal also will work on increasing transparency and the flow of information and irregularities to the monitoring body, which will reduce the number of irregular practices in order to contribute in limiting manipulations in companies and to increase the trust of contributors to invest in the market. The total value of real estate trading in the Sultanate during December 2018 reached more than 235 million Omani Riyals. The fees collected amounted to more than 7 million Omani Riyals. The real estate activities reached more than 24,000 transactions, including sale, grant, inheritance, exchange, mortgage and demortgage, benefit and distribution. Meanwhile, around 24,000 title deeds were issued by the Ministry of Housing during the same period in 2018. The 7th Oman Local Championships for Arabian Horses Beautification concluded in the Wilayah of Barka. The conclusion ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Saad bin Mohammed Al Mardouf Saadi, Minister of Sports Affairs. The two-day event witnessed a wide participation from around 50 Arabian horses. It was organized by the Royal Cavalry at the Royal Court Affairs. It aimed to shed light on the importance of horses as a part of the Omani heritage. The accompanying exhibition included various items and traditional products during the event. Some horses shows highlighting the skills of the participants were performed. At the end, the chief guest honored those winning the first places. And now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the most of the governorates with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning. Over the coast of the Arabian Sea and Sea of Oman, winds will be southeasterly to light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. More details on your screen. This is the Sultanate of Oman television, and now before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. A symposium on vehicle recall and its impact on road safety discusses important technical aspects related to vehicles and its effects on economy due to technical faults. Employment efforts continue by calling more than 3,500 job seekers this week as Royal Navy of Oman receives a new batch of recruits. And His Excellency, the Chairman of the Public Authority for Radio and Television in This is America and the World program, stresses that the authority's mission is to produce media content reflecting real values of the Sultanate and the Oman's living in a modern state today. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Thank you for joining us and good night.